So, for handlebars, there's not too much to go over. We have this chrome polish that seems to work pretty good. So just take yourself a rag or whatever you have available. And you can see we've got some spot rust all over the place, so we're just going to try and polish that off. Some of this looks like mud, honestly. It doesn't really look like rust, but assuming it's only minor like this, you don't have to take the whole handlebar off. But you can see the progress from making like this. Just got to go through and yeah, I guess that's more or less it. I won't go through the whole thing, but you see how glossy we just got this one section, and then you wipe any residue off. But I'll go ahead and, while we're here, I'll go ahead and show you how to take the handlebar off completely. So 6mm right there. Sometimes this is incredibly tight. There you go. There we go. Yeah, that was on there pretty good. That just lifts out. And you can see why it was on there pretty good. It was rust welded to the inside of here. So, briefly go over that. Obviously, like I said before, chrome polish, you just continue making your way through. Although I might just use the rough side of the sponge here. Doesn't look like it's working. Try maybe some WD-40 will help. Okay, so it helped a little bit right here, but you can see for the rest of this, you're gonna be stuck using your chrome polish. Yeah, and the rest looks like it's coming right off this. We also have like wire brushes and steel wool, things like that, so those would help too. How this works, as you tighten this bolt, this I don't even know what you'd call it, this cast iron piece is just going to slide up and grab against the inside walls. That's how that works. So same thing but in reverse. Here we are. This basket is very crooked. At any rate. I don't think I showed you. There's some hash marks right here. The purpose of those hash marks is to show you where the limit is of how high or low. So hopefully you can see that right there. So I'm just gonna line it up so that the hash marks are just below, just hidden right there. I'm gonna try to get this square as best I can. There we go. Tighten that down. That's pretty much all there is to that. Alright, you may come across a handlebar situation like this. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm going to try to do about this. This doesn't happen very frequently, but frequently enough, I guess. So let's see what we can't do about this. So we'll keep that washer. This nut and bolt I think we'll just throw out. Alright, so now we can spin this freely. Let's go ahead and take this broken reflector off. There we go. Grab this as well. Yeah. Go ahead and trash this. Oops. Grab that later. Alright, we're gonna have to get that off. So we're gonna need to try to get this handlebar or handle grip off. There we go. So it's at this point in the video that I attempt to remove the handlebar grips. The problem being that when I first put these grips on, I used double-sided duct tape, which worked really well for holding the grips in place. However, it proved to be almost impossible to remove the grips, and I actually resort to cutting the grip off. For future reference, it would probably be more appropriate to either use less double-sided tape or use a less adhesive double-sided tape, because although it's not very frequent that we have to remove the grips in order to do any repairs, it does happen occasionally, and it'd be best if we didn't have to ruin one of the grips anytime we had to do any kind of repair for the handlebar. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So, I guess an upside and a downside to this double-sided tape here. Upside is it works really well. Downside is it works really well. Really, really well, it seems. Alright, so finally got through that. That was a lot more difficult than I anticipated it would be. But there we go. Here's this. Alright, so you can see right here there's a lot of grease and grime buildup, and that's part of the reason why this is able to be pushed down. You can see where the metal is grinding on the metal. Yeah, it's making these wear marks. You see these ridges are supposed to catch, but for right here, looks like somebody was pushing down on it pretty hard. I got a spell grip right there. So, next problem is we gotta clean all the inside of that out. So we got a couple tools for that. We got 2 different diameters of wire brush. I'm going to use this one, but this one's available. We also have these wire brushes, but not quite. Well, yeah, not quite. I got this, what would you call it, a drill bit extension. There we go. Get that. Go ahead and get that nice and tight. It's a little, yeah, whatever. Okay. So I'm going to spray a little bit of this stuff in there. Spray it on the brush. And we're just going to set it right in there very carefully. So that's how that's done. Get herself a rag here. There we go. So that's pretty clean now. There we go. So that's pretty clean. So I'm going to find myself a 5/16. Okay. So you wanna try and get this handlebar in the right position here. So I'm just gonna that seems right. And I'm just going to get this tightened down as much as I can without breaking the bolt, mind you. And that's all there is to that. So you can test it just by pushing down on this. It's not going anywhere. Perfect. So I would call that good to go. Obviously you got to put the grip back on there, but you should know how to do that. And yeah, excellent.